Today, I woke up below the surface, where I learned to face my fears and go with the flow. But it's when I came to appreciate the big and the small, made new friends from all over, and could no longer hide my true colors, that I knew I'd emerged a local.
Makalibay, no?
Central Visayas is the second smallest region in the Philippines, following with the NCR, the number one smallest region. Central Visayas is composed of Cebu, Bohol, Negros Oriental, and Siquijor. The Central Visayas region lies at the center of the Philippine archipelago between the major islands of Luzon and Mindanao. It is bounded on the north by the Visayan Sea, on the east by the Camotes Sea, on the south by the Mindanao Sea, and on the west by the province of Negros Occidental. Borders in the region are based on political boundaries. Central Visayas is one of the 8 anchor tourist destinations in the country and one of the super-regions in the Visayas which strength is tourism. Central Visayas is among the most developed and the fourth largest regional economy in the country. Central Visayas hosts many industries including footwear, ICT and IT-enabled services, electronics, wearable, food processing, marine, houseware and furniture, among others.
Minsay natuwa ang may likha, 7,000 pulo ang ginawa. Mga hiyas na inilatag sa malasot lang dagat. At ang bayan niyang pinili, nasa dulo ng bahaghari. Kaya't 1,000 kulay, nangaakit kumakaway. Piliin mo rin ang Pilipinas, kapulo ang kwintas ng perlas. Piliin mo, yakapin mo, kayamanan niyang litas. Piliin mo ang Pilipinas. Kasayahang di mapatid, ramdam sa bawat awit. Sama sisig lang indak, mga puso'y lumilipad. Piliin mo rin ang Pilipinas, kapulo ang kwintas ng perlas. Piliin mo, yakapin mo, kayamanan niyang likas. Piliin mo ang Pilipinas. At ang ngiti ng may kapal, taglay ng bawat nilalang. May lambing na dumuduyan sa buong pakiramdam. Piliin mo rin ang Pilipinas, kapulo ang kwintas ng perlas. Piliin mo, yakapin mo, kayamanan niyang likas. Piliin mo ang Pilipinas. Dito
Cebu Province. Cebu City is the main city on Cebu Province in the Philippines and is known as the Queen City of the South, oldest city in the Philippines, first capital of the Philippines, creative capital of the Philippines. It is the capital of Cebu Province, a transport hub and a popular tourist destination in its own right. The name Cebu came from the old Cebuano word Cebu, which means trade, a shortened form of Sinibyang, pit, or the place for trading. It was originally applied to the harbors of the town of Sugbo. The ancient name for Cebu City, Sugbo, in turn was derived from the old Cebuano term for scorched earth or great fire. The Cebu metropolitan area, or Metro Cebu, is the second largest metropolitan area in the Philippines after Metro Manila, with Cebu City as the main center of commerce, trade, education, and industry in the Visayas, being one of the most developed provinces in the Philippines. In a decade, it has transformed into a global hub for business processing services, tourism, shipping, furniture making, and heavy industry. Mactan Cebu International Airport, located on Mactan Island, is the second busiest airport in the Philippines. The Cebuanos observe certain customs and tradition about birth, baptism, courtship, marriage, death, and burial. The coming of a child is welcomed by a Cebuano family, for it is about to give birth. Pomelo leaves are placed under the house so as to drive away all spirits which may be hovering around. Fort San Pedro. Puerto de San Pedro is a military defense structure in Cebu built by the Spanish under the command of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, first Governor of Captaincy General of the Philippines. It is located in the area now called Plaza Independencia in the pier of the city. The original fort was made of wood and built after the arrival of Legazpi and his expedition. In early 17th century, a stone fort was built to repel Muslim raiders. Today's structure dates 738 and the oldest triangular bastion fort in the country. It served as the nucleus for the first Spanish settlement in the Philippines during the Philippine Revolution at the end of 19th century. It was attacked and taken by Filipino revolutionaries who used it as a stronghold. Magellan's Cross Pavilion is a stone kiosk in Cebu City, Philippines. The structure is situated on Plaza Subo beside the Basilica del Santo Niño. It houses a Christian cross believed to have been planted by explorers of the Spanish expedition of the first circumnavigation of the world, led by Ferdinand Magellan upon arriving in Cebu in the Philippines on April 21, 1521. The original cross was encased inside another wooden cross made of Tindalo wood in 1835. This is to protect the original cross from people who chip away parts of the cross who believe that the cross possesses miraculous powers. Some people, however, believe that original cross has been destroyed on the ceiling of the pavilion interior is a mural depicting the baptism of Rahab Mabon and his household by Father Pedro Valderrama and the planting of wooden cross by Ferdinand Magellan. The artwork was done by Jess Rowa and Seri M. Josol. Basilica del Santo Niño. The Basilica Minor del Santo Niño de Cebu, commonly known as Santo Niño Basilica, is a basilica in Cebu City, Philippines that was founded in 1565 by Father Andre de Urdaneta and Father Diego de Herrera. It is the oldest Roman Catholic church in the country, allegedly built on the spot where the image of Santo Niño de Cebu was found during the expedition of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. The Church of Holy Child was founded by Father Andres de Urdaneta, OSA, on 28 April 1565, the day when the image of the Holy Child was found in a partially burned hut. More than a week passed after the rediscovery of the image on 8 May 1565. Miguel Lopez de Legazpi initiated the founding of the first Spanish settlement in the Philippines. On the spot of the house where the image of Santo Niño was found, the monastery of the Holy Name of Jesus was constructed. Simala Shrine. Simala Parish Church, Sibongain, Cebu is known as Simala Shrine. Simala Church Mother Mary Castle Church, Birhen sa Simala Mama Mary Shrine of Simala, and Miraculous Mama Mary Church. Its real name is Monastery of the Holy Eucharist, and although it's not the oldest church of the holiest church in Cebu, it's one of the most well-known and most visited new churches in Cebu for believers. Simala Church is said to be a solemn place to reflect and visit will give your life more perspective. Sinulog Festival. The Sinulog Santo Niño Festival is an annual cultural and religious festival held on the third Sunday of January in Cebu City and on the fourth Sunday of January in Carmen, Cebu, and it is the center of the Santo Niño Catholic celebration in the Philippines. Carranza. The Carranza Festival is a well-liked occasion for revelry among the people of Danao, Cebu Province. A variety of dancing performances, food, and beverage are all part of the festival honoring the local ceramic industry. Palawod. Palawod Festival is all about fishermen and the sea. Palawod is a Cebuano term which means to go out to fish. The street dancing captures and preserves the local scenic traditional fishing rituals inherent to the island through dancing, music, and visual arts.
Minsa'y natuwa ang may likha, 7,000 ang ginawa. Mga hiyas na inilatag sa malasutlang dagat. At ang bayan niyang pinili, nasa dulo ng bahagari. Kaya't 1,000 kulay ng aking kumakaway.
It comprises Bohol Island and numerous smaller surrounding islands. Bohol is the main island of Bohol Province, which also includes 75 smaller islands. The island lies southeast from Cebu Island and the southwest of Leyte Island, in the central Visayas region. This oval-shaped island is the 10th largest of the Philippines archipelago. Bohol is a heaven of tropical natural beauty. Bohol is derived from the word boho or bool. The name Bohol is thought to be derived from the name of the barrio of Bool, a barangay found in Tagbiliran City, which was among the first places toured by the Magellan expedition. The Boholano people, also called Bol-Anon, refers to the people who live in the island province of Bohol. They are part of the wider Visayas ethno-linguistic group, who constitute the largest Filipinos ethno-linguistic group. Now for Bohol Festival. Bohol festivals and feasts, they are part and parcel of Boholano culture. Boholanos are fun-loving, generous, evolved, and deeply religious. This trait pushed them to celebrate and put a festival aside from the yearly honoring of saints in respected towns and barangays of the province. One of the famous tourist attractions in Bohol is the Chocolate Hills. Chocolate Hills in the Bohol is a famed tourist attraction in the Philippines, which continues to draw attention for its scenic and majestic characteristic. It's from a rolling terrain of haycock-shaped hills, moon of general conical and almost symmetrical shape, estimated to be from 1,268 to about 1,776 individual moons. These cone-shaped or dome-shaped hills are actually made of grass-covered limestone. Most people liken them to Hershey's Kisses. And now is the beaches of Panglao Island. Panglao is famous tourist destination for its white sand beaches and world-class diving site. Panglao Island is a scheme with a number of white beaches located near the southwestern tip of main island of Bohol. Panglao is connected to Tagbiliran City by a bridge. It comprises two municipalities, Dawis, and Panglao, both of traveling stretching of coral white sand. Next on the list is the Hinagdanan Cave. Hinagdanan Cave is a cave in the municipality of Dawis of Panglao Island in Bohol Province in the Philippines. Hinagdanan Cave is a famed Bohol tourist attraction for not only its unique beauty but also the interesting story of how it came to be. It meaning lathered in the Cebuano, it's one of the many wondrous caves in the island province of Bohol. Hinagdanan also holds a bit of history from the Second World War. Last but not the least is the Lubbock River Cruise, one of the Bohol's most beautiful natural attractions. This beautiful river is a wonder of nature that has been preserved through the combined efforts of the local authorities and residents. Lubbock Town is a significant highlight in the most Bohol countryside tours. Its usual comes exclusive of generous buffet lunch or dinner served right on the raft. This floating restaurant also has singers and musicians on board to serenade guests while they enjoy popular Filipino dishes. And now for the famous Festival of Bohol. The Sandugo Festival is an annual historical celebration that takes place every year in Tagbilaran City, on the island of Bohol in the Philippines. Sandugo Festival is celebrated to pay tribute to the blood compact made in March 1565 between two chiefs, Bohol chieftain Dato Sicatuna and Spanish navigator Captain General Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. Saulog Festival. Saulog, which means celebration, it is a festival of Thanksgiving in Tagbilaran City in honor of their patron Saint Joseph the Worker. It was inspired by the local word Saulog, which means celebration, and indeed it is a celebration of Thanksgiving of each of the 15 barangays of Tagbilaran City. Unite and represent a spectacular display of talent that is found in each perfect dance move, down to every intricate detail of their colorful and lively costume. And now is the Pandayan Festival. The Pandayan Festival is a held of Barangay Lonoy, Jagna, to celebrate the canonical erection of the parochial anniversary of St. Joseph the Worker Parish. All 8 upland barangays of Jagna, which is under the parochial jurisdiction of parish, participates in the activities. The activities include a 9-day novena in honor of the patron saint, a procession of the image of St. Joseph the Worker, carpentry and handicrafts fair, and inter-barangay basketball tournament, and last but not the least is the street dancing competition.
Minsay natuwa ang may likha, 7,000 pulo ang ginawa. Mga hiyas na inilatag sa malasot lang dagat. At ang bayan niyang pinili, nasa dulo ng bahaghari. Kaya't 1,000 kulay nangaakit kumakaway. Piliin mo rin ang Pilipinas, kapulo ang kwintas ng pelas. Piliin mo, yakapin mo, kayamanan niyang litas. Piliin mo ang Pilipinas. Kasayahang di mapatid, ramdam sa bawat awit. Sama sisiglang indak, mga puso'y lumilipad. Piliin mo rin ang Pilipinas, kapulo ang kwintas
Our
ng
Negros or Eastern Negros is a province located in the region of Central Visayas in the Philippines. It is considered as the 4th largest island in the Philippines. Negros Oriental has 3 districts comprising 5 component cities and 20 municipalities with a total of 557 barangays. Its capital is Dumaguete. which is known as the city of gentle people because of the kind and hospitable inhabitants. Just like what I've said earlier, it is considered as the fourth largest island in the Philippines and comprises the highly urbanized city of Bacolod and the provinces of Negros Oriental and Negros Occidental, along with its corresponding outlying islands and the islets. Here are the four major tourist attractions in Negros Oriental. Number 1 is Mangguyod Sandbar. Mangguyod Sandbar is located in the North Baez Bay of Negros Oriental and has been dubbed the Maldives of the Philippines because of its spotless white sand. The whole sandbar stretches for 7 kilometers and it is best seen during the low tide. When the tide is high, the sandbar disappears under the waves and makes the native wooden houses looks like they are floating on the water. Second is Mabinay Caves. The municipality of Mabinay in the mountainous heart of Negros Island is widely known as Cave Town. Locals claim there are over 400 caves in the municipality, but only 100 are known and 50 of them were explored and identified by some Dutch-Belgium team 25 years back then. 7 of these caves can be visited and explored, while 3 of these have an easy access, 4 are reserved for more experienced mountaineers. For someone needs to swim through an underground river, crawl through narrow openings, or even rappelling down the entry to get into the cave. The third one is Lake Balanan. Lake Balanan is a lake situated in Chaton, Negros Oriental, in the Philippines. It is freshwater lake in the forest mountains of the southern portion of the islands of Negros. With a shape resembling a figure of 8, the narrowest point between the two main portions of the lake being only 90 meters wide. And last but not the least is Mount Canlaon. Mount Canlaon is the highest active stratovolcano in Negros Oriental and on the entire Negros Island, with an elevation of 2,465 meters above sea level. Mount Canlaon is dotted with craters and hot springs. Following the Wasay Trail, the most popular trail, the climb will normally takes 2 days before reaching the peak. Festivals in Negros Oriental. The festivals you will witness are among the most well-known in Negros Oriental. So number 1 is Buglasan Festival. Buglasan Festival, also known as the Festival of Festivals, is one of the most awaited festivals in Negros Oriental. It is celebrated in Dumaguete City, the capital of the province, in the middle of October. Number 2 is Sandurot Festival. It was a celebration wherein religious traditions, merrymaking, unity, harmony, and cultural beliefs are reflected on. Sandurot Festival, which signifies fellowship and reaching out, and is derived from the Visaya word pakig sandurot, from the offering and satisfaction and hospitality.
Minsa'y natuwa ang may likha, 7,000 pulo ang ginawa. Mga hiyas na inilatag sa malasutlang dagat. At ang bayan niyang pinili
Sikihor. A Sikihor legend tells of a great storm which once engulfed the region. Then there came a strong earthquake that shook the earth and sea. Amidst the lightning and thunder arose an island from the depth of the ocean womb, which came to be known as the island. Despite being a legend, modern times island farmers have unraveled giant shells casings under farm plots, supporting the theory that Sikihor is indeed an island that rose from the sea. Sikihor, the island's present name, is claimed to be after King Quixote, a legendary ruler in power when the Spanish explorers arrived. Kagusuan Beach is an undeveloped, quiet, and uncrowded beach in Sikihor, a beautiful white sand beach with alluring clear waters. Rock formation can also be sighted, and there are no resorts, toilets, cottages, just the beach, sand, rock formation, and trees. People prefer to drop by here to relax and have something time swimming. You could have to you could have to you could have the entire beach yourselves. Warning signs on your guides will probably ask you take care of your personal belongings since thieves are something present in the beach. Kambuhagay Falls is one of the most popular tourist spots in Sikihor. It takes more than 100 of steps from the entrance to reach this small paradise in the province. It's a multi-layered falls with refreshing water and wide basin. Swing on a vine and let go of it as you are approaching near the basin of the falls. That's the most fun thing to do. One can also just jump on the natural jumping platform. You can also find nice spot for a waterfall massage and enjoy swimming with families or friends. Salagdong Beach is one of the tourist spots in Sikihor. It is a white pebble beach, white crystal clear waters, and favorite weekend getaway for locals and tourists in the province. The main attraction of the beach is the cliff diving. There are two diving platforms in the beach, the 20 feet high and the 35 feet high. Many courageous visitors really do cliff diving. There is also a slide going down to the beach. A must try. Other things to do include swimming, snorkeling, and kayaking. Festival. Solili Festival. The Solili Festival's main event featured the celebration of the Day of Sikihor. One of these traditions valued by the citizens of Lassi to the present is Solili Law, which will gather the relatives of the groom to meet his future wife. This festival commemorates to the point to courtship of by Tokmo and Punay, and is a tributary for the newlyweds in performed conjunction with the Sulili shouting, Sulili Law. Sulili Festival in Lassi, Sikihor is celebrated every 17th of September. Pamukad Festival. Pamukad reflected the fun-loving nature of the town folks who grab almost every occasion available to celebrate with the feast and gifts. It is a way of celebrating life and thanksgiving of the joys and blessings that come with fishing. It being the people's primary source of income and livelihood, though Talingting is a town still striving to overcome concern on slow economic growth. It is blessed with a rich culture and tradition coupled with breathtaking landscape set amidst a stunning backdrop of clear blue skies and an emerald sea. Thank you.